Oh, hey, welcome back again. Today, January 25th, 2024. Let's check the weather. We're taking a look at my weather station. It's foggy out there. It's a little warmer today, so that cool air, warm days combination, mixture, snow melting, a lot of moisture. We're getting some fog. It's really nice. I should actually probably be outside taking photos, but instead I'm in here with you because I want to be and because I think I've got a pretty good video for you today. It's going to be a little long, but maybe worth it. I don't know. Today we are talking about photographers as subjects, as main characters in commercials. Now, I'm not sure how many of you know this, but I've done a bit of acting. And by acting, I just mean I've appeared in a few commercials. Mostly I play myself. It's about 50-50 actually. I've played myself as me, Noah Kalina, photographer. But I've also played just the role of man with beard in a car commercial. And one time I played the role as a photographer, but it wasn't really me. And that commercial was for the eyeglass company Warby Parker. And we did this in 2012. My friend Adam Lisagor, who some of you might know, him and I used to do a podcast together. He directed this commercial and I starred in it playing a photographer. So I want to show you that, but then I want to get into other commercials that exist out there that have the role of photographer as the main character. We'll get there. So first things first, let's watch this Warby Parker commercial, because I think a few of you might not have seen it.
This man needs glasses. He has very high standards and particular tastes.
I kind of still like how these glasses look, to be honest. I mean, maybe a little dated at this point, but I don't know.
Boutiques are expensive and have left him disappointed. And with discount retailers, the results are unpredictable. So he's trying Warby Parker. The virtual try-on tool gives him recommendations to fit his face. And with the home try-on program, he gets 5 pairs shipped to his home for free. He can spend quality time with each pair and pick the very best one. The vintage-inspired frames are handsome and well-built. It's very important to find the right frames. And when it happens, he just sends Warby Parker his prescription, and his frames come back lenses in for $95. And for every pair they sell, Warby Parker gives a pair to someone in need. He likes that. Now he's got the frames he wants. A pair that fits right and looks good. Find your pair at warbyparker.com.
Still have them. I think they're a little tight on my face now. My face has gotten bigger. It's been, how long has it been? That was 2012, so 12 years now. I don't really need glasses normally, but I do have prescription to drive, so I keep a pair in my car, and when I put on glasses, everything's like crazy sharp. Like I can see through walls almost, but normal day-to-day stuff, I definitely don't need them, especially indoors. Anyway, wasn't that a great time? Wasn't that fun commercial? Did you catch the Adam cameo in there? Really fun stuff. I mean, obviously that wasn't me. I'm not that into myself where I would get a group of male models to hold my face in front of their face to test the glasses. And I would never tuck my shirt in either. That's something so that was acting. that whole thing was acting. And that was probably my biggest acting role. And I think it's good. I mean, Warby Parker is a $1.5 billion company now. And is there maybe a connection there? I'm not going to say that we're responsible, but I don't think that hurt. Anyway, the role of photographer as a main character is something I see fairly often. Now, there's two different ways this is done. There's the photographer artist, that's the real person, and we'll see a bunch of commercials like that on TV. I'm not going to cover any of those there. That's actual photographers, like let's say it was me, and it would be like Noah Kalina does this and he does this and he uses this product, whatever, like as a way to sell the product through the photographer who does something specific. Usually a lot of it is National Geographic photographers or wildlife stuff, people who do outdoorsy stuff. You see a lot of those. But there is, I don't like to call it a trope, but it's just the character of photographer that advertising agencies seem to love to do. And I pulled a few now that we're going to watch, and I'll comment on them and let's see what they're like. There's a wide array of products that we're about to look at. Let's start with this one. It's an Aleve commercial.
I take pictures of sunrises. It's my job, and it's also my passion.
Wait, hold up, right there. She takes pictures of sunrises, that's her job. Good for you. Imagine this was a real thing. Wait, that might be what I do. But not really, and also, wow, okay.
But with my back pain, I couldn't sleep, so I couldn't get up in time. Then I found Aleve PM.
Aleve PM is the only one to combine a safe sleep aid plus the 12-hour pain-relieving strength of Aleve.
And now, I'm back.
Aleve PM, for a better AM.
Okay, yeah. As I've gotten older, I get an achy back, and that is speaking to me, that commercial. I will say I don't personally like PM stuff. I feel like it gives me nightmares. So I'll do an ibuprofen or two before I go to sleep some nights, and I find that I do sleep better. It doesn't need to be the PM style. Anyway, let's continue with a Boost Mobile. No, just Boost. We're continuing with a Boost commercial. You'll see.
I don't keep track of regrets. I never count the wrinkles. And I don't add up the years. But what I do count on is staying happy and healthy. So I add protein, vitamins, and minerals to my diet with Boost.
Delicious Boost High Protein Nutritional Drink has 20 grams of protein, along with 26 essential vitamins and minerals your body needs, all with guaranteed great taste.
The upside? I'm just getting started.
Boost High Protein. Be up for life. Look for savings on Boost in your Sunday paper.
Nice. I mean, look at that setup at the end there. I don't think that woman's a real photographer. It's funny, if you were to just tell someone you're going to be a photographer today, pretend. I think she did a good job acting that out. I mean, those setups, you're constrained, but that was a decent camera, I guess. What was that? Like a Canon 5D or something? Do I need Boost? I might try that product, to be honest. I wonder how it tastes. Maybe I'll bring it on the next show, or next week. We'll try it out and see if Boost high nutrition, energy, and vitamin drink is good. We're getting older. Might need it. There was a lot of vitamins in there. All right, we're gonna look at a Secret Outlast Clear Gel commercial. Let's go.
With Secret Outlast Clear Gel, you're ready no matter how long your day gets.
Stay still, like a statue.
All right, sweetie.
Just like a statue. Just one more. Hold still, like a statue.
Really?
Look here. Look at this. Where'd he go?
Our new formula gives you 48-hour odor protection and goes on clear for no white marks. Secret Outlast Clear Gel.
All right, that was good. I mean, that was a good studio. I mean, that's a dream studio in there. Lots of light, lots of space. Looks like she was using a Canon also with a 24-70 lens. She had the old Pocket Wizard on there, which wasn't actually firing the strobes when she shot it. When I did that Warby Parker commercial, I very much specifically requested a Hasselblad to make it look like I was more of a professional. With this, photographing kids, I bet that so-called photographer in whatever realm she exists in, she makes more money than I do. That job is not easy. In fact, one time when I was still in school, I worked for a photographer. I was mostly just scanning his archive. I never really assisted anyone. But there was one he, as like a side thing from some of the other bullshit that he did, he shot kids in Halloween costumes. And there was one time this kid wasn't cooperating and he couldn't get it to go. And he was like, Noah, come out here and you shoot the photos. And back then it was a Hasselblad with film in the camera. And we were trying to get the kid to behave. I mean, he was, and at first he wanted me to play with the kid or whatever. And I was like, I don't know how to deal with kids. So he's like, okay, you take the photos. And I took a couple shots and we did it. And then I realized the shoot ended. And then I realized there was still one more frame left in the camera. And I just shot a blank frame and rolled it out. And the next day he called me and he fired me. So that's what that commercial makes me think of. Next up, we've got a Safelite auto glass commercial. I kind of love this one. This one really does speak to me. Let's watch it.
What's my Safelite story? I'm a photographer, and when I'm driving, I see inspiration right through my glass. So when my windshield cracked, it had to be fixed right. I scheduled with Safelite Auto Glass. Their experts replaced my windshield and recalibrated my car's advanced safety system. Safelite is the one I trust. They focus on safety, so I can focus on this view.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
Okay, I mean, I'm out there shooting through my car windshield too. I think the first thing I might do is go to the dealer. I've never used Safelite, but Safelite is in my head as a thing that you would do to replace glass. Did you see what kind of camera she was using? It looked like it was like a point and shoot. I don't know what those are. Small body with the big lens. That was another 24-70 lens, but I forget. I don't know what those are. Definitely full frame, I think. I don't know. So kind of weird as a landscape photographer. That's what she'd be using and what the art director, prop person of that commercial chose for that. Because they got the truck right, the Toyota. She's out there in the desert. That's a smart choice. But, that said, it's in my head. If a rock goes through my windshields, it's either call the dealer or call Safelite. Okay, moving along. Now I don't even really know what this is. And I think we're about to get into the pharmaceutical realm of commercials, which is really the ultimate scourge on humanity, although probably more specifically the United States. Commercials like this and the next couple shouldn't exist, but I think they essentially fund cable news. That's a whole thing in and of itself. Let's just go. We're gonna go, and we'll come back, and we'll think more about this.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Accept the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose quickly stops migraine in its tracks. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Ubrelvy. It sounds like they just make up these names. Like, where's that come from? A wedding photographer. That's a good character genre within the photo realm. she seemed to know what she was doing. I mean, she had the Canon again. Seems to be what these commercials like to use, 24-70 lens, the speed light. And I think all photographers relate to that. We get headaches. I mean, you're shooting and you're like, why? Why am I doing this? This choice was a mistake. But I guess if you get migraines, the normal Aleve, ibuprofen doesn't work. Maybe Ubrelvy is where you need to go. Okay, we got another one. Let's go.
I've always tried to see things from the best angle I could. It's how I look at life. Especially now that I live with a higher risk of stroke due to AFib, a type of irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. I was taking warfarin, but wondered, could I focus on something better? My doctor told me about Eliquis for 3 important reasons. 1, in a clinical trial, Eliquis was proven to reduce the risk of stroke better than warfarin. 2, Eliquis had less major bleeding than warfarin. And 3, unlike warfarin, there's no routine blood testing.
Don't stop taking Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to, as stopping increases your risk of having a stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding.
Okay, I just had to stop it. Enough already. But heart valve problem, Eliquis. So this isn't exactly speaking to me, although I worry we're getting there. She seems to be more of a casual photographer, maybe perhaps not professional. Maybe she did something else and later in life she's become a photographer. Nice landscapes. At least they're going out when the light is lower. That's a little more realistic. I don't know what she's using there. Some 35 millimeter. She is looking at the back of the body in the last shot, so it's probably a digital camera. We're getting old, but I hope we don't ever need Eliquis. That's for sure. Okay. We got one more. Thanks for hanging in there. I think we're getting a sense of what's going on here, right? Photographers appearing in commercials. One more. Let's go.
As a lifelong photographer, Reggie's camera is always by his side. Now, Reggie is living with prostate cancer.
Oh, okay. Good for him, lifelong photographer.
Still knows how to get the right shot. And he also knows Extendi. Extendi treats metastatic prostate cancer that responds to a medical or surgical treatment to lower testosterone. Extendi significantly delayed progression of this advanced form of prostate cancer. Extendi may cause serious side effects, including seizure, a brain condition called PRESS, allergic reactions, heart disease that can lead to death, falls, and fractures.
Okay, I'm stopping it. We get the point. Extendi. Isn't it interesting? I think especially for people who live outside the United States, what these pharmaceutical commercials look like and sound like. All these side effects that they have to list by law, I guess. I cut it off, but it says, ask your doctor about Extendi, which I've never understood. Anytime I go to a doctor and I'm like, can I get, something that will, take the edge off? And they're like, absolutely not. Like, I'm going to give you what I'm going to give you. Why would you ever ask for a specific brand of anything? But yeah, I mean, good for him. San Francisco, beautiful place to shoot a commercial, obviously. A lot of people, especially in photography, and I feel like in this day and age, the goal sort of has become to shoot commercials because that's how you make money. No one ever talks about shooting these, I think, mostly because it seems like bad that you would be taking pharmaceutical money and that just becomes a secret, but it pays a lot of money, or so they say. I've never done it, but I would do it if someone came to me and they were like, do you want to direct this commercial for $100,000 and you don't ever tell anyone that you did it and you sort of disappear off the internet for a few days and then you come back and you have a new car? I'd be like, well, I mean, ethically, morally, I'm not sure. Sure, let's do it. Thank you again for coming. Like, subscribe, call the hotline. We've got some great calls. I think every Friday we'll hear from the callers. I'll do a little thing. I'll respond to the callers. Some are weird, some are great. I'm not going to do the weird ones. That's it. I'll probably, almost definitely, see you tomorrow.